They're going to laugh at my attempt to become prime minister. They're going to do their very best to delegitimize me. They're going to say that I'm not serious, that I don't stand a chance of winning, exactly like they did to Donald Trump at the beginning. You don't have to like me. This is beyond the politician. This is about the politics. You can hate me with all of your being, but even if you hate me, I guarantee you your streets will be safer. These people do not understand that the world is changing. The youth is with us. And with time, as these people grow old and die, and the youth stays mobilized, we can take our countries back.
Is Britain ready for its own Trump? Andrew Tate, the controversial internet personality, has just thrown his hat into the ring for UK Prime Minister. With his bold promises and unapologetic style, Tate claims he's the only hope for a nation in decline. But can a self-proclaimed, extremely rich and very successful figure really connect with the average voter? As Tate launches his BRUV party, Britain Restoring Underlying Values, we're left wondering, is this a serious bid for power or just another publicity stunt?
They have locked me in Romania for over 3 years. The UK Foreign Office instructed the Romanians to do exactly this on false charges. And they fear my influence because the United Kingdom has been hijacked by Satanists who have absolutely no concern for the people they are supposed to work for. There is no reason for a city with a legacy like London to be running with blood and for drugs to constantly be found on our streets.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Andrew Tate's bid for UK Prime Minister has sent shockwaves through the British political landscape. This former kickboxer turned social media influencer is no stranger to controversy, and his latest move is proving to be his most audacious yet. Known for his divisive opinions and recent legal troubles in Romania, Tate is positioning himself as Britain's last hope against what he calls an eternal decline.
There is no reason for a country like Great Britain that once had the most formidable navy on the planet to be endlessly invaded, incapable of defending its own borders. It is simply malice. They are deliberately trying to destroy our society. They are two-tier policing on purpose. They're allowing us to be invaded on purpose. They're allowing crime to run rampant on purpose. The decisions that our rulers are currently making are not accidental, and I no longer believe it is incompetence.
But is Tate really the UK's answer to Donald Trump? Or is this just another attention-seeking stunt from a man who's made a career out of provocation? His newly formed BRUV party, Britain Restoring Underlying Values, certainly seems to be taking a page from the Trump playbook. With its populist message and promises of radical change, BRUV is tapping into a deep well of voter dissatisfaction. Tate's rhetoric about repairing the UK is resonating with many disillusioned voters. He's painting a picture of a nation in crisis, abandoned by its traditional political leaders. But while his supporters see him as a straight-talking savior, his critics point to his controversial past and question his qualifications for high office. So what exactly is Tate proposing to address the UK's problems? His policy platform is a mix of traditional conservative values and radical proposals. He's promising to slash immigration, boost law enforcement, and implement what he calls common-sense economic policies. But it's his pledge to tackle what he sees as the UK's moral decay that's really turning heads. Tate's most eyebrow-raising promise? He's vowed to implement his entire manifesto within just 3 months of taking power, or step down. It's a bold claim that's left many political observers scratching their heads. Can such sweeping changes really be implemented in such a short time frame? And what would the consequences be for British democracy?
Those who love me and hate me alike will benefit from my leadership as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And I will be addressing the pressing concerns that the people of the UK face. I previously laid out how I would fix the knife crime epidemic. I previously laid out how I would fix the shores being invaded by people who are not British and do not share our culture. In these prime directives here on Twitter, so you can see what real leadership looks like. Every time an issue appears, I'll tell you exactly how I would fix it.
As Tate's campaign gains momentum, the question on everyone's lips is whether his populist approach can truly shake up the British political establishment. The parallels with Trump's rise to power are hard to ignore. Both men are political outsiders with a knack for grabbing headlines and a loyal base of supporters who feel left behind by traditional politics. But the UK isn't the US, and Tate isn't Trump. The British political system, with its parliamentary structure and strong party loyalty, presents unique challenges for any would-be populist leader. Tate's controversial past and ongoing legal issues could also prove to be significant hurdles. Just when we thought Andrew Tate's campaign couldn't get more controversial, a surprising ally emerged from Silicon Valley. Elon Musk, the world's richest man and tech titan, threw his weight behind Britain's most divisive political newcomer. In a move that sent shockwaves through the UK political landscape, Musk publicly endorsed Tate's bid for Prime Minister with a simple yet powerful comment: "He's not wrong." This unexpected alliance between the controversial influencer and the SpaceX founder has left political pundits scrambling to understand its implications. Musk's endorsement came in response to a video where Tate lambasted the generational failure of UK politics and outlined his intentions to run for the country's highest office. The tech billionaire's stamp of approval immediately lent a new level of credibility to Tate's campaign, while simultaneously raising eyebrows across the political spectrum. But the path to number 10 is never smooth, and Tate's campaign quickly hit a snag. In a twist that highlights the unpredictable nature of modern political campaigns, Tate's official account on X, formerly Twitter, was suspended shortly after gaining significant traction. The self-proclaimed Top G wasted no time in calling out the irony of the situation, tagging Musk himself in a post questioning the suspension. This digital drama underscores the unique challenges faced by outsider candidates in an era where social media can make or break political aspirations. The British political establishment, already reeling from Tate's initial announcement, now finds itself grappling with the implications of Musk's involvement. For some, this Silicon Valley endorsement is seen as a potential game-changer, offering Tate a bridge to tech-savvy voters who might otherwise have dismissed his candidacy. Others view it as a double-edged sword, one that could further alienate traditional voters already wary of Tate's controversial past. What's particularly intriguing about this unlikely pairing is the striking similarities between Tate's rhetoric and Musk's public persona. Both men have cultivated a reputation for bypassing traditional media narratives, preferring instead to engage directly with their audiences through social media. Their shared penchant for controversy and willingness to challenge established norms has resonated with a segment of the population disillusioned with the status quo. As Tate's campaign gains momentum, buoyed by Musk's endorsement, it's clear that this alliance has the potential to reshape the dynamics of the upcoming election. The combination of Tate's populist message and Musk's tech world credibility could prove to be a formidable force, attracting voters who see themselves as part of a new political movement that transcends traditional party lines. As the dust settles on Andrew Tate's explosive bid for UK Prime Minister, it's clear that his campaign could leave a lasting impact on British politics. Even if Tate doesn't clinch victory, experts suggest his involvement might force established parties to confront pressing issues head-on. The political landscape could be transformed as Tate's movement demands change, echoing the frustrations of a changing electorate. But what does this mean for the future of British politics? Are we entering an era where social media influencers and tech billionaires hold more sway than traditional party machines? It's a sobering thought that raises questions about the nature of democracy in the digital age. As voters, we must remain vigilant and critical. Whether it's Tate, Starmer, or the next political outsider who catches our eye, we need to look beyond the flashy rhetoric and examine the substance of their policies. The future of Britain depends on our ability to separate genuine reform from empty promises, regardless of how charismatic or controversial the messenger might be.